Hello, all my beautifuls, wonderfuls, lovelies, and amazings, and beloveds. Thank you for joining me on I Am Maggie. And what are we doing here? We are doing a nice slow crawl through this wonderful book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, Excuses Be Gone. Now, why are we doing this? Because it's on how to change lifelong self defeating thinking habits. And every one of us has one of those. So if you just even pick one tool up out of this book or any of the books that I speak of, it could change your life. And not only that, because you are game changers for all of humanity, the whole universe. So maybe you pick up something that we're laying down here that you help others with. You game changers, and I know this, and that's why you're here. So I want to thank you for supporting me in my journey. And also, I want to just thank you for being a part of the new earth as we assist each other to be our best selves. All right, and now hit like, hit subscribe, and leave your positive comments. I look forward to hearing from you, and I also genuinely appreciate your support. All right, let's get it going. So we are in part two, chapter bloop, bloop, 6. The principle, the third principle, now. So we're going to pick up where we left off, okay? So befriending the now. Often the now is seen by ego as simply a means to an end, something to be endured to get a future point. To get to a future point. This means never getting to be fully here in the moment. And since you're using it, anticipating where you'll be in the future, of course the future is endlessly always just ahead of you. As thoughts in your head, setting you up for a life of striving rather than arriving. Okay, so this is the other thing too. Have you ever noticed for some of you, you think, I will be happy when? Or when I get this, I'll be happy. When I get this amount of money, I'll be happy. When I get this special person, I'll be happy. But then you get it, and now you're still searching. This is that same thing. You know, you're never arriving. You're always striving, and therefore you're never in the now, and you don't enjoy what is. So we want to do that. We want to learn to be in the now and enjoy and savor every moment of our lives in the journey on the way. So, however, this particular course in Excuses Be Gone takes quite a different stance. Rather than wasting time being annoyed because there's not so much planning to do for the future, stop and remind yourself to be here now, as my friend Ram Dass suggested in the title of his famous book. Oh, and we love Ram Dass. Be here now. To do so, befriend the now. See it as your ally. The only place you'll ever been or ever will be, and do a brief meditation on reminding yourself what this life experience is all about. Okay, so the now, see it as your ally, the only place you've ever been or ever will be. And do a brief meditation reminding yourself that this life experience is all about. So now, one of my favorite techniques to bring me squarely into alignment with the present is to imagine what all of God's beautiful creatures do in every moment of their existence. They're not concerned with their demise. They bask in the exhilaration of the now. Every moment is fully experienced. I don't see any creatures seemingly hating what they're doing, cursing their lot in life, arguing with themselves or each other over what is. They don't make life an enemy and use up their precious moments in a state of anxiety and depression. Years ago, I was privileged to take part in a safari in the northern region of South Africa. The other members of the group and I were gathering for dinner one evening when we noticed 6 or 7 zebras grazing outside our tent. As we got a closer look, I noticed something that I used ever since to remind myself to maintain a friendly relationship with the now rather than treating it as an obstacle to endure in the way to somewhere else, on the way to somewhere else. One of the zebras had been attacked during the night, and its right hindquarters and leg looks as if it had been chewed on by a lion looking for a meal. This beautiful animal seemed to be peacefully grazing, completely in the moment, even though one of its legs had almost been chewed off the night before. I thought that if that animal can be capable of being fully present under such conditions, how can I suffer anxiety over what might or might not happen in the future, or be upset about what took place in the past? The zebra seemed to be saying, "This is the only moment I have. This is what is. And I'm going to live fully in each instant until I leave this planet of existence." So the animals, if you watch them, if you ever like, like as I get older, it's kind of fun, but I'm totally watching the birds and watching, I've always loved nature, but it's like I've just become even more like watching trees grow and the blades of grass, and it's just amazing. And as you do this, you become so grounded, you're just so present, and it's actually fun to watch what goes on in the environment and just how the animals just show us the beauty of everyday life. So while this is an extreme example, so the zebra, it always serves to help me, particularly when I'm leaning towards those excuses that I've often employed when I slip into making the present moment an enemy rather than a constant companion. I think of the astonishing, beautiful, yet maimed zebra, and I get myself right back to the now. And I'm there in such a way that I don't use it up by being upset over a past event or worrying about what's coming up. And you can see this also with friends and people we know who are in the midst of great storms. And some of them, it's just all anxiety, worry, fear, and fret, which is, there's no judgment here. It's just like, but what we're always looking for is ways to be better and ways to become more grounded in the now and trust the process of life. So, and then you see other people who are in the middle of a storm and they're sleeping or they're just enjoying life and they're completely trusting that all things are going to work out for their good. So I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed this time. Remember, if you just get one tool out of this book, it could change your life or the lives of those around you. So thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for supporting me. And hit that like button and the subscribe and leave your positive comments, because it does things to the algorithm that helps us to be able to reach more people. So you just never know how our loving words and our loving community could touch the lives of those who are in dark places or even in light places but need some more support on their way to their dreams, goals, and purpose. All of us are on our way. So we're just looking at no one left behind, just like in Lilo and Stitch. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and you know what's next. Peace in, peace